The top story, Jagdeep Dhankar, the former Bengal governor, has been declared elected as the vice president on Saturday. He bested the opposition's Margaret Alva to emerge as the clear winner. The BJP-led NDA candidate won the election comfortably with 528 votes against Ms. Alva's 182. Of all the valid votes, Mr. Dhankar secured 74%. He has the highest winning margin in the last 6 vice presidential elections held since 1997. The Trinamool Congress, which has a total of 36 MPs, including 23 in the Lok Sabha, had abstained from the election. However, 2 of its MPs did cast their ballots. Ms. Alva congratulated Mr. Dhankar on the win. She also thanked leaders of the opposition and MPs from across parties who voted for her in this election, saying, "The election is over, but the battle for protecting our constitution, strengthening our democracy and restoring the dignity of Parliament will continue." Prime Minister Modi, along with the BJP chief JP Nadda, went to congratulate Mr. Dhankar on his election as Vice President. And Prime Minister Modi congratulated Mr. Dhankar on being elected as Vice President with, as he tweeted, resounding support across party lines. He said, "I am confident he will be an outstanding Vice President. Our nation will gain tremendously from his intellect and wisdom." Rahul Gandhi of the Congress also tweeted his congratulations. Thank you to Margaret Alva. He tweeted, "For representing the spirit of the joint opposition with grace and dignity." And in other news, an Indian origin woman's suicide in New York, citing years of abuse by her husband for not giving birth to a son, has sparked off angry conversations back home about stigmas within the community still. Her family in Uttar Pradesh now told NDTV that she died on the 4th of August. Her father, Jaspal Singh, has filed a case of suicide abetment at the area police station in UP against the husband, who is in the US, and his parents, who live in India.
इस हद तक बात पहुंचने के पीछे खास कारण ये है कि जो 2 बेटियां थी उसकी, उनसे वो खुश नहीं था। वो बेटे की मांग करता था और यहाँ इंडिया में रह रहे सास ससुर भी बेटे की मांग करते थे और बेटे की मांग की वजह से उसे मेंटली टॉर्चर कर रहे थे कि इतनी परेशान हो जाए, ये तलाक दे दे और वो किसी पीआर लड़की से शादी कर ले।
छोटा सा एक उसके ऊपर थोड़ा उसके बेस को समझाने के लिए थोड़ा एक वहाँ न्यूयॉर्क में केस भी किया, जो वीडियो मेरे पास इसने भेजी थी कि जिसमें मारपीट रहा, उस वीडियो के आधार पर हमने केस भी किया। लेकिन उस टाइम इसने फिर हमसे कहा कि मुझे इसकी माफ़ी दे दी जाए, आइंदा से नहीं होगा, दोबारा नहीं होगा। हमने भी सोचा 2 बच्चियां हैं, बेटियां हैं, हमारी बेटी लेके कहाँ जाएगी, चलो अब सुधर जाएगा, एक बार मौका देना भी, हमने इसको मौका दिया। लेकिन जब से वो केस वेस ख़त्म हुआ उसके बाद उसने फिर अत्याचार चालू कर दिया।
मैं ये चाहती हूँ कि हमें इंसाफ दिलाया जाए। भारत सरकार से मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है, प्लीज़। मैं चाहती हूँ मुझे तभी शांति मिलेगी, मेरी बहन को भी तभी शांति मिलेगी, उसकी आत्मा को, जब उसके हस्बैंड को कड़ी से कड़ी सज़ा, और मैं चाहती हूँ कि वो सज़ा मौत होनी चाहिए। वो इस लायक है और जल्दी से जल्दी उसके बच्चे उससे दूर किए जाने चाहिए, क्योंकि बच्चों को भी खतरा है।
And a paramilitary Jawan was shot dead and several others were injured after their colleague, a CISF constable, fired indiscriminately inside their barracks attached at the Indian Museum in Kolkata. The constable, who used his service weapon to shoot at his colleagues, has been disarmed, arrested by the police. The incident took place around 6:45 in the evening. The Jawan allegedly snatched a weapon from his colleague, fired multiple shots. More than 20 rounds were fired. The injured have been moved to the SSKM hospital. And in Uttar Pradesh's Noida, the police have registered a case against a BJP leader. Finally, after a video of him abusing a woman went viral. Now, the BJP is trying to distance itself from him, but there are numerous pictures of him in close proximity with BJP party leaders.
क्या हो गया भाई साहब? अरे अरे आराम से सर, आराम से।
हो गया क्या से? तेरे पति को भी जानता हूँ।
An argument between 2 residents of a building complex in Noida on Thursday going viral. The man who can be seen abusing the woman in black clothes is BJP functionary Shrikant Tyagi. Shrikant Tyagi was reportedly trying to encroach upon the common area and park in the complex by planting a few trees. When a woman objected, he physically and verbally abused her, pushing her and hurling obscene comments at her.
यहाँ ग्राउंड फ्लोर का बंदा है जो एनक्रोचमेंट कर रहा था, छोटे प्लांट बड़े प्लांट्स लगा रहा था, बड़े प्लांट्स को बहुत पहले लगा चुका था, अब छोटे प्लांट्स लगाए। मैंने आके बोला कि ये प्लांट्स हटा दो, तो वो नहीं मान रहा था। मैंने हटाए तो बोलते अगर तू मेरे पौधे छुएगी तो मैं तुझे छूऊंगा। बैड लैंग्वेजेस। मैं तब भी आप करके उससे बात करी थी, पर उसने तब भी मुझे बहुत गालियां दी। उसका नाम श्रीकांत त्यागी है। उसने मुझे भी बदतमीजी से बोला, मेरे हस्बैंड के लिए भी बोला और बच्चों के लिए भी।
In the video, one can clearly see Tyagi pushing the woman. The woman called the police, but allegedly they did not take any action initially. The police registered a case after this video went viral, but by then Tyagi was absconding. The UP police now says they have formed multiple teams to search for him and have questioned Shrikant Tyagi's wife.
इस मामले का नोएडा पुलिस के द्वारा त्वरित संज्ञान लिया गया और अभियोग पंजीकृत किया गया है। इस वक्त अभियुक्त फरार है, जिसकी गिरफ्तारी के लिए टीम गठित कर दी गई है और उसके सभी संभावित ठिकानों पर दबिश दी जा रही है। इस मामले में कठोरतम दंडात्मक कार्रवाई नोएडा पुलिस के द्वारा की जाएगी।
Taking cognizance of the whole matter, the National Commission of Women has also sent out a notice to the UP DJP. As this video went viral, BJP immediately distanced itself from Shrikant Tyagi and claimed that he is not a BJP functionary. But numerous pictures of Tyagi with BJP leaders tell a different story.
After the pressure from National Commission of Women and the civil society, now police is taking action. Police has seized 3 luxury cars of Shrikant Tyagi. Apart from that, police is questioning Shrikant Tyagi's wife. But this is not the first time Shrikant Tyagi has indulged himself in such activity. In 2019, he had slapped an elderly man, but he got away easily. In Noida, with Arvind Uttam, Saurabh Shukla for NDTV.
And yet another civilian has died in Jammu and Kashmir in an anti-terror operation. This time it's a 26-year-old, a father to a 2-month-old baby. He's now left behind this family that has lost their sole breadwinner and face an uncertain future.
Manzoor Ahmed Lone's heartbroken family grieving his death after he was killed during an anti-terror operation. The 26-year-old labourer, the sole breadwinner of his family, was hit by a stray bullet while returning to his home in Kulgam. He leaves behind this 2-month-old baby. And his desperate family says they don't know how they will survive.
Administration appeal karan temis dair ratan hun shir khor bache beche zanan potkin sazos yuzut.
After his tragic death, Manzoor's family had to wait several hours for the return of his body. But they were more fortunate than other families who have lost relatives, even civilians, to anti-terrorist operations. Lone's family says they are thankful to the administration for handing over body for burial.
We are thankful to administration जिन्होंने हमें ये मौका दिया कि उसकी लाश वारिसिन के सुपुर्द कम से कम हमें ये इत्मीनान हो इसके बच्चों का इसके घर वालों इसके भाई बहनों का कम से कम ये इत्मीनान इसका मुंह इसका चेहरा देखा इसका चेहरा उनकी थोड़ा इससे सेटिस्फाइड वी आर थैंकफुल फॉर एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन फॉर दिस कि उन्होंने ये लाश हमें वापस दे दी.
While security forces have prevented civilian casualties during encounters to a large extent, this is the 3rd civilian death in the last 3 months. In May, 2 civilians, a 19-year-old student Shahid Ghani Dar and shopkeeper Shoaib Ahmed Ganai, were killed during 2 separate anti-terrorist operations.
It's always innocent people who pay a price in this unending cycle of militancy and anti-militancy operations in Kashmir. The poor labourer Manzoor Ahmed Lone is the latest victim. In Srinagar, Nazir Masoodi for NDTV.
And now on to Assam, where the revelation by the state government about busting 5 Al-Qaeda-backed terror modules might just be the tip of the iceberg. The Al-Qaeda may be using its affiliates to develop sleeper cells in the subcontinent, said the authorities. Jagdeep Dhankar reports from Guwahati.
This video, released last April, calling for hijrah or migration to Assam for jihad, is one of the many videos that the Al-Qaeda in the subcontinent or AQIS has circulated since its inception in 2014. The Assam police claims that the chilling effects of this propaganda are now being felt in the state and that it has busted 5 jihadi modules in the last 5 months and arrested about 30 people, including a Bangladeshi national.
Al-Qaeda India subcontinent. They have released 2 videos. In one of the videos, Zawahiri has himself given an appeal to do hijrah into Assam. Hijrah means go to Assam. So that kind of an appeal being given to international soldiers. So that's a little disturbing. And another disturbing factor is that AQIS quarterly magazine is now being published in Bengali language.
Mohammad Suman, picked up in Barpeta, where he was staying in a masjid disguised as an imam, is from Narayanganj in Bangladesh. Suman is an active member of the banned Ansarul Bangla team, or the ABT, and is part of a group of at least 6 Bangladeshi men hiding in Assam and creating sleeper cells.
We have identified 6 groups of Bangladeshi nationals who are actively involved in creating module. Out of that we arrested 1 and we could blast 5 modules. Now we never know how many jihadi people are already there from Bangladesh. How many people of Assam must have gone to Bangladesh and get themselves indoctrinated?
Experts say the new trend is alarming.
See, Assam has been in the radar of Al-Qaeda since a very long time. In 2014, a video was released by Ayman al-Zawahiri where Assam was mentioned along with Kashmir, Gujarat and Myanmar. Cross the border, mingle around with the people here, identify some potential recruits, train them, radicalize them, then prepare them for the movement ahead.
Last week, this man, Mufti Mustafa, was picked up in Moirabari in Morigaon district. A cleric who police claim is the main conduit for money flow to the modules. His madrasa was bulldozed by the government on Thursday, claiming it to be illegally built.
That jihadis should be arrested wherever they are found, and no witch hunting, no bringing of innocent people in the name of interrogation should be done.
Police claim to have seized these AQIS pamphlets on jihad. The modules have been circulating these mostly digitally to indoctrinate and create sleeper cells, which they call Ansars. Now Meghalaya has decided to keep a close watch.
Yeah, we'll keep a watch on that. There's nothing to say that there's a procedure for it, but the normal procedures to ensure that anti-infiltration or any kind of concerns of people coming in whenever movement is taking place, most of the local thanas and inputs are given at the local level. So we receive inputs, so we will keep a watch.
A multi-agency operation for over a year continues in the region to bust more modules. At the moment, the sleeper cells are not involved in subversive attacks but to spread more hatred. Ratandeep's report for NDTV.